Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me. Today we are going to look at the basics of brush lettering, one of the two styles we will be learning. So let's get started. With my experience, there are 3 writing tools to achieve this look. A brush pen can be a small tip or a large tip, Crayola broadline markers, a pencil. Some even call this fake calligraphy. The big difference between cursive and brush lettering is lifting your writing instrument in between letters. So one key tip to brush lettering is pressure. This is how we get thick and thin lines. All upstrokes are made by releasing pressure or not pressing as hard. All downstrokes are made by pressing down a little harder. This can take a lot of practice to know when to push down and when to release. It took me some time. You can also practice across your paper as I did at the bottom. And also keep in mind as far as your downstrokes, your upstrokes are light. Also your crossbars or your horizontal lines will also be light pressure. But we'll see this in a later video. So as you practice, just try keeping your pen on the paper as you do up, and then you can let up and then reattach. So we're going to actually start with the letter A today. This is my style. You do not have to write like this. If you have a pretty way of writing an A, then just try using the pressure variations that I mentioned on your own style. Not knowing what writing tools you all currently have, I've used all of the tools listed, which the first one was a Zebra Mildliner pen, which is actually one of my favorites, and it's a dual tip with a fine point on the other end. Now on to the Crayola Broadline. The key to using these for all your upstrokes, you'll want to use the very tip. Then for your downstrokes, you'll want to lean the marker a little more to the side to make the thicker lines. This too will take practice, but when you don't have a brush pen, these work just fine. So it really does look a lot like the brush pens. Now for the pencil. This one has several steps and takes quite a bit longer. So what I've done is to show how you simply write the letter first, and then you will go back and imagine all of your downstrokes and add a thick line to each of your downstrokes. This gives the illusion of brush lettering and, again, is sometimes called fake calligraphy. But I can tell you in later videos, this makes for great watercolor. But because of the time, I sped up the second half, showing you how to outline. Usually I use a Sharpie pen, erase out your pencil marks, and then fill in your thick lines. Now, a very important key to brush lettering is spacing. The best way that I taught myself was by using a method called uphook. This is just a name I gave it when trying to explain it. As you can see, I just circled the uphook. Uphooks are extensions of the previous letter and will always be a thin line. So then what I will do next is I will write a full word using the uphooks after each letter. You lift and then connect the next directly to your uphook. The only letters this won't work on is the letter R and S, which we will cover in a later video. This method helps to keep nice spacing between your letters, and it just really helps keep everything pretty consistent. And now I will circle each uphook, and then I'm going to mark under the word so you can see how the spacing is nice and even, the flow of the word. how everything looks. And then finally, we're just going to do a little recap of the letter A that we learned. I appreciate all of you so much, and please post if this was helpful or if you have any questions at all. I will try to respond no later than within a 24-hour period. Be sure to subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be alerted anytime a new video is posted. Again, I appreciate all of you so much. This is going to be so fun. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.